This is Flagler Credit Union Stadium in beautiful Boca Raton, Florida. Bowl season rolls on with the Boca Raton Bowl. It's the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers and the South Alabama Jaguars. Along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Jaguars head coach before the game. He is really trying to motivate his team here today to use this opportunity to develop. This is a team that just barely made it into bowl contention, just barely eligible. But getting into a bowl game allows you to have extra practice time. That is extra development time for this young team that looks to make some splashes next year. Coach said, here's our opportunity to prove we can be even better coming up. But it all starts here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hilltoppers offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
You usually want to start a game when you come into a hostile environment with a great first drive. Get some momentum, quiet the crowd. Palmer, the exact opposite. On the road, and you make a big mistake early.
Yeah, I love coming into a hostile environment, trying to be aggressive from jump. But that interception was like giving every single fan here in this stadium a triple shot of espresso. They are going crazy right now after getting that interception.
The Jaguars offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. Here are the guys we expect to be impact players in this one. The run inside. It's Martin. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to the ground with the running back. There's some room. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. The Jaguars will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They'll try to run it in. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this ball in down close to the goal line. The defense, though, they're having none of it.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Man, I think they're going to look back on this one, guys, just with frustration, just an opportunity missed. Your defense did the best thing they could do, starting the game, forcing a turnover. Now you get the ball, and you give it right back. So the momentum you had and the energy that was in the building, now it goes swinging right back to the other side.
So here comes the Hilltoppers offense, ready to start this drive. Running inside, it's Allen. Gives them a little more breathing room, a 3-yard gain out to the 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Rides to the back. Runs into a wall. They'll give him 1 out to the 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Pocket breaking down. He's got an open man. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Hilltoppers want to pick up the tempo, and they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the...
There he goes to the left. And he scores! Touchdown, Hilltoppers!
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. And, boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Jaguars come to the line with a new set of downs. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Allen. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Guys, let's chat for just a minute about Western Kentucky. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, South Alabama. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. The run inside. It's Allen. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. And they can't make the connection.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Running inside, it's Malone. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice gain for this offense and make second and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback, too, to take a breath and exhale.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
That's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. And the Jaguars are moving quickly down the field. To the air, it's Jacobs. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. The Jaguars are facing 3rd and inches. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a 1st down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's complete. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
You know, games have ebbs and flows to them, and good things happen and bad things happen, but everything is going this offense's way on this drive. This thing has been textbook. Really nice cadence by the play caller. He's mixing in different looks, keeping this defense on their heels. They have just matriculated the football down the field in control, and now they're in the red zone. This offensive drive has been really impressive.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. Touchdown, Jaguars! And they take it in for 6 more points. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it out. It's Carroll. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. On the run, it's Allen. Nice move there.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. That's the end of the quarter. South Alabama has the lead. And we've reached the end of 1. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. First play of the period, 1st down here. There he goes. Scooped it. Scored it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Western Kentucky.
Never quit on a play because you never never know what will happen. How about him breaking the long run? I love the effort by the defense. Trailing him, getting there, and then they get to him and they make the big fumble. But how about the lucky break? The bounce towards the offensive player. He scoops it up, rolls into the end zone. What a big momentum-changing play.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And they did tack on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off on the ground, a 67-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Jacobs. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Breaks into the open. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Martin. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. The run inside. It's Martin. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll keep it on the ground. Got a little press. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
He's got it down the middle. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That appears to be their junior starting wide receiver, someone they obviously do not want to lose. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his situation. The Jaguars have it with a 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Malone. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to throw, it's Jacobs. Grabbed over the middle, it's Marion. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
And the Jaguars go back to work after moving the chains through the air. From the red zone, it's Malone. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
If you're going to try a push pass here on first down by the goal line, you really got to get great blocking. You can't allow penetration, and the offense wasn't able to do that. Look at the defense on that last play. They were able to get in the backfield and make a tackle on a speedy wide receiver to get the TFL.
Play clock was down to 2 seconds, but they call a timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Back to pass, it's Jacobs. Looking to get it in. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. 4th and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Alabama.
And was there ever any doubt, guys? 4th and goal, you got to turn around, give it to your bell cow. Just know he's going to find a way to get it in the end zone, and he did exactly that.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Western Kentucky will start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
And the Hilltoppers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Going over the top. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Bringing the heat. On the move, he fires. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Hilltoppers will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Here's the return. He's going to get loose. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back to throw, it's Jacobs. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And that looked like that was going to be a big play, running the drag route. The big fella, if he's able to catch that football, man, he's turning up the sideline and getting huge yardage.
Wants to fire on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Woods. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Jaguars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Run in the red zone. It's Martin. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. The run inside. It's Martin. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. With the catch, it's Flowers. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. And it's a sack. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Takes it in. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Well, the defense is winning this game, and they are helping out their own cause. That's the second time they've recovered a fumble and taken it in for a touchdown. You know they're opportunistic, and they pride themselves on being athletic and being physical, but you can't make mistakes against this unit, and it has absolutely killed this team early in this game.
On to a attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. So here comes the Hilltoppers offense, ready to start this drive. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right.
Makes a grab and room to run. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Hilltoppers are in the hurry-up.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch, that's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. They've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
And sometimes offenses, man, they get caught up with numbers and they need to do so many runs, so many passes. I like when you just trust your quarterback. Like back-to-back explosive passing plays. Let him do his thing. Let him drop back, read the defense, dissect it, and make big plays.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Touchdown, Toppers! Makes the catch, plenty of room, feet down in the end zone.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, we're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. South Alabama appears ready to start things on offense. Not great field position. We'll see how aggressive they are in the final seconds. Looking for a man. It's Jacobs. Makes the grab on the left. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Woods. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. The Jaguars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Escapes the pressure going right. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender. That pass interference call will give us one more untimed down in the half. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Reese, talk about an edge of your seat type first half, or as they call it here, just another typical Boca Raton Bowl. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. With that said, let's head back to Reese and the fellas for the conclusion of the Boca Bowl.
The Hilltoppers will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Guys, the South Alabama head coach told me at the half. He says this all the time, but the team that holds on to football and rushes the best usually wins the game, and that's what this team has done in the first half. The running back has been terrific. Great ball security and offense now taking the field. They expect to continue that dominant run game here on offense to start the third. Guys?
Holly, thank you. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Looking for a gap. It's Martin. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Jaguars will punt it away on 4th down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Slips through the line. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. That was a big stop by the defense now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game. So we're starting to get late. Running inside. It's Allen. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. To the air on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
And the Hilltoppers send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. The Jaguars offense ready to start this drive. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Back to pass, it's Jacobs. Quickly to the tight end. He stopped just short of his own 20-yard line, but it is enough for the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Takes a handoff. It's Martin. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Runs through the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the change, but there is a man still down on the field. And it's their freshman defensive back who's down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Malone. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The Jaguars are moving quickly down the field. Looking to pass, it's Jacobs. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Making side adjustments here. They just keep firing. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes a deep grab. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. They come through with the explosive play, and they'll have the first down, but we see a man who is slow to get up, and let's check on him. We'll check on his status, but at the moment, we'll take a timeout. The Jaguars have it with a 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Martin. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Keeps it on the option. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They'll try to run for it. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together. And you finally force the third down, and they get the first down again. And so starting to sub some bodies because they're getting a little bit tired. They've got to find a way to get a third down stop.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. It's complete to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on tape.
And he's knocked down.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Right back to the well. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens with this offense now moving forward.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
To the air on second down. Gets rid of it. That's reeled in. It's Flowers. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Catch in the middle, it's Woods. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. We've reached the end of the period. It's South Alabama holding the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking to throw, it's Jacobs. That's caught, it's Jenkins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Western Kentucky will start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. Off the play fake on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. They'll go right back to him. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Finding open areas. And tackled there by the defense. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And finally getting home and getting the sack. This quarterback, his jersey's not even dirty. We're in the 2nd half. We're behind. We got to find a way to create some momentum plays. That's step 1.
And the Jaguars line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. is on its way. And this will push the offense back as they mark it dead at the 10.
It's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down on the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Hey, finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got it down the left. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30. The Hilltoppers racing to the line in the hurry-up. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Touchdown, WKU. How about that shot into the end zone, and he makes the grab for the score.
Really nice timing on that throw by the quarterback. Took his steps, he pitched, he got rid of it quickly on the line, put it on his guy running straight down the field, and he's able to catch it in the end zone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer.
Personal foul.
When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game.
Number 10, set to kick it off.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly roll.
Guys, down on the home team sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Jacobs. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
The Jaguars decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. So here comes the Hilltoppers offense ready to start this drive. Let's see if this rally can continue. A touchdown followed by the stop, and now they've got the ball back. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Unloads to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Here's a heat. And a sure tackle after the completion, and he stopped short.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own.
Maybe a crease. He's brought down the one to play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. An explosive play in the running game moves the sticks for the first down, but there is an injured player on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. The Jaguars, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. In the red area, it's Malone. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running inside, it's Malone. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping of that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Get in his tracks and now have to try it again.
Yeah, and this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Push ahead on the sneak. And I don't think he got in. Those big bodies up front just creating a wall at the goal line. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Tries it on the sneak. Stop. Nothing. Denied right in his tracks, and it's fourth down for this defense. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Just drives it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blocker. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying play action. Made a defender miss. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
But you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
Just keeps swinging it. Throws for the tight end. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Taylor. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the 1st down.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office.
Looking for the end zone. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go in turning it on. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tie ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
What a season it has been, and it's been great to share it with you. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.